Right now at 6, a $2 billion tax cut passes in Madison, but the governor is set on a veto.
And Demolish and Develop. Spring Grove receives a grant to help rebuild after a fire on Main Street.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Ken Kozorowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. A Wisconsin man is facing a misdemeanor charge after he brought guns into the state capitol. Almost 2 weeks ago, Joshua Plesnick was arrested for illegally openly carrying a loaded handgun in the capitol. While he was at the capitol, he went to Governor Evers' office and asked to speak to Evers, who was not in the building at the time. After posting bail, Plesnick returned outside the capitol that night with an AK-style semi-automatic rifle. He is scheduled for his initial appearance on Thursday.
Wisconsin Senate Republicans have passed a $2 billion income tax cut as part of a package also targeting child care costs. Now, Republicans gutted a $1 billion package that the governor had called on them to pass last month in a special session. Instead, they put forward an income tax cut that Evers has previously vetoed. All Democrats and one Republican voted against the bill, which now heads to the Republican-controlled Assembly. So if the Assembly passes this bill, Evers is expected to hand down a veto.
It's proved to be a busy day in the Senate. The legislative body also voted to fire 8 state board appointees from Governor Evers' administration. In a series of votes, the Senate rejected confirmation of 4 members of the Natural Resources Board and a Democratic Elections Commissioner. Republicans also rejected the nomination of a medical board chair who has also supported abortion rights. In a statement, Evers called the votes insanity and an issue of democracy. Evers has also named new appointees to replace each of the rejected board members.
A major grant from Minnesota's Economic Development Agency will help Spring Grove rebuild after a major fire last winter. The state is granting $312,000 to help Spring Grove demolish and develop the site of the former True Value. The hardware store and the 6 apartments above it burned down in a fire just before Christmas last year. No one was injured in that fire, but it was a shock to Spring Grove's Main Street. So this incoming grant money will redevelop the roughly quarter-acre spot into a mixed-use apartment building with 14 units, and it'll also create 7,500 square feet of commercial space. But that space is unlikely to become another hardware store.
We're trying to get creative about ways that we can maybe fill some of those needs for a hardware store in the community, like working with existing local businesses who can start to carry more things that the hardware store had.
A lot of space there, so flexible based on who wants to swing in. Now, Spring Grove also got a separate $250,000 grant for redeveloping that site, so the two together are going to be instrumental to get the project going. Organizers hope to start that redevelopment process within the year. All right, it was a pleasant day to walk the dogs. Got a little afternoon walk in before the work day. Hoping for more of the same these days, Greg.
Well, unfortunately, that won't happen.
Gosh darn it, Greg.
Well, I can't get you one day of that, but you know, maybe 2. But no, we had pleasant conditions here. Actually, above average temperatures. Many areas got into the mid-60s. So once we got rid of the fog that was pretty dense this morning, it turned out to be really a fantastic middle of the October day. The system that we are tracking is out to the west. I'll break down that a little further, but ahead of it, we still got clear skies with just some increasing cloud cover right now, just some high clouds, and that'll be the trend overnight. But won't expect to see any type of rainfall really until later tomorrow morning. Otherwise, temperatures, the highs today, once again, mid-60s, even upper 60s. And once again, that is above average. You're generally about 5 to 7 degrees above average where we should be, which is around in the low 60s. So overall for this evening, we're not looking too many conditions. Pleasant temperatures as we get down into around 50 for La Crosse. The same story for Eau Claire, just a little bit cooler, but otherwise we're seeing increasing clouds and pleasant conditions. Coming up later, we'll have a breakdown and we'll show you what the answer is to the Jeopardy question and what the forecast is going to be like for tomorrow. I'll show that later at the end of the broadcast and tell you which one it will be.
I'm here for it. I love Jeopardy.
Absolutely.
I'm not great at it, but I love it. Yeah.
Greg, thanks very much. Well, international eyes are on La Crosse to study how the Coulee region is approaching prison reform. La Crosse Rotary members are hosting representatives from the Republic of Georgia. The Georgian group is invited to participate in the Project Proven program. It's an initiative from Western Technical College to try and help former inmates re-socialize after they've served their time.
For me personally, there was some stuff that was like eye-opening for me. I was shocked to not think about it, or I would have not thought about it ever on my own.
The chairman of the Rotary's International Committee says it's been a pleasure to have them in town and that they've already learned a lot from this experience.
A La Crosse restaurant is celebrating Breast Cancer Awareness Month with an annual fundraiser for local breast cancer patients. News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall joins us now with the latest. Jeremy?
Ken and Emily, for over a decade, Milwaukee Burger Company has been holding its Burgers for Boobs fundraiser, raising money for people fighting the disease. Kelly Eckelberg is a Toma mother with stage 2 breast cancer.
I actually have not worked since February, so it's been a struggle.
Eckelberg is one of 4 breast cancer patients who Milwaukee Burger Company will be raising money for during its Burgers for Boobs fundraiser.
We wanted to find a creative way to give back to the community, so we decided to do this breast cancer fundraiser every year.
For 14 years, the restaurant chain has been holding the fundraiser. This will be its La Crosse location's 3rd year having it. For every burger ordered, $5 will be donated to help people, including Eckelberg, who are fighting or recovering from breast cancer.
I'm humbled just to have been nominated in the first place. It's not a monetary or a monetary type thing. I just hope to raise awareness even for people around the community.
No burger, no problem. Customers can also bet on silent auction items, and tips from servers will also be donated to help people like Eckelberg keep fighting.
It's tough. I've had amazing care through medical. I've had amazing medical care. I've had amazing support. I don't know how people do this without the support.
The fundraiser begins tomorrow. Milwaukee Burger Company in La Crosse hopes to raise between $5,000 to $6,000. Live in the studio, Jeremy Wall, Ken and Emily, sending it right back over to you guys.
All right, I might have to stop by there tomorrow for lunch.
Yeah, great
Looks
cause.
good. Thanks, Jeremy. There will also be a dunk tank and a DJ. The proceeds will be split evenly amongst the 4 recipients.
Coming up tonight at 6, a House divided.
Pressure builds on 20 Republicans who are holding out their vote for the leading Republican nominated for the speakership.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We did the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $200 at Walmart, over $300 at LensCrafters, and over $200 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird.
For 46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford F-Series trucks to help save the day. Stretch the weekend, haul, or tow just about anything, anywhere. That's because they're built Ford tough. And it's why Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. And for that, we thank you. Now get a new 2023 Ford F-150 with 3.9% financing for 60 months, plus up to $3,500 in total savings. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
It's Blaine's Farm and Fleet of Chippewa Falls grand reopening event this Thursday through Saturday. Join us for huge store-wide savings in every department. Enter daily for your chance to win over $10,000 worth of gift cards and prizes, and catch daily on-site demos with brand experts from Milwaukee, DeWalt, Steel, Hobart Welding, Royal Purple, Kent Feeds, and Striker Ice Fishing. Not to mention renowned horse trainer Ray Ainsworth. Don't miss Blaine's Farm and Fleet of Chippewa Falls grand reopening event starting this Thursday.
Everything is getting smarter. Good thing your Touchstone Energy Cooperative has the knowledge and expertise to help you make smarter work harder. Today, there are more ways than ever to make your world more energy efficient, and we can show you how. Take the next step to go electric and put the power of your co-op to work for you. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We did the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $200 at Walmart, over $300 at LensCrafters, and over $200 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird.
President Biden is on his way to the Middle East to show support for Israel and to address the growing humanitarian crisis in Gaza. The visit comes ahead of Israel's likely ground invasion of the Hamas-controlled territory in response to the barbaric October 7th attack on Israel. Tina Kraus reports from Tel Aviv.
Gaza's health ministry says hundreds of people were killed in a blast at a hospital in Gaza City late tonight. Officials there blame it on an Israeli airstrike. But the Israeli military says the Palestinian Islamic Jihad group is responsible for the attack. The carnage at the hospital has escalated the conflict. As Israel continues bombing the Hamas-controlled territory, Palestinians scrambled to rescue children following an airstrike in the southern Gaza town of Rafah. CBS News Gaza producer Marwan El Ghul describes what he saw.
I saw dozens of killed people and dozens of injuries.
Israel says it was targeting Hamas hideouts and command centers. The attacks came amid a growing humanitarian crisis in Gaza. Food and other supplies are dwindling, with aid stuck at the border with Egypt.
Safe zones.
A top Israeli official said Tuesday the country wants to make sure the aid doesn't end up in the hands of Hamas. He also suggested the aid may be tied to the release of hostages taken by Hamas. 21-year-old Mia Shim is seen here in images from a Hamas propaganda video.
I didn't know if she's dead or alive until yesterday. I'm begging the world to bring my baby back home.
The Israeli army released video it says is of the airstrike in central Gaza that killed a senior Hamas commander, the most high-profile member of the group killed in the war so far.
Following the hospital rocket strike, Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas canceled his meeting with President Biden on Wednesday.
Well, for the first time since the House voted to remove Kevin McCarthy as Speaker, the full House met to vote on his replacement. But that just put the divisions among the House Republicans on full display. Jim Jordan of Ohio received 217 short of the threshold he needs to become the next Speaker. The first round of voting put members on the record as to whether or not they support him. The outcome could lead to public pressure on the 20 Republican holdouts to get on board.
At the end of the day, we're in a position where now people can, they're out there. Their constituents will let them know whether they're for them or against them.
Jordan says the next Speaker vote will be at 10 a.m. Central Time tomorrow. It's unclear what Jordan can do to win over the holdouts or if anyone in the House can get the full support needed to become Speaker. And for now, the House is actually paralyzed until someone can reach 217 votes.
Wisconsin's 3rd Congressional District Representative Derek Van Orden released a statement following the failure to elect a speaker. He says, quote, "The disorder we have seen in Washington has prevented us from getting our jobs done and addressing these important issues facing hardworking Americans." He goes on to say Congress needs to unite behind a speaker so the House can get back to work and put the U.S. on the right track.
Coming up tonight at 6, 29 years of lights.
Rotary announced their plans today for their holiday lights with a few new furry additions.
And it's National Mulligan Day, but I would take a mulligan on the forecast for the next 2 days. They're going to go off. I'll plan down if we're going to see those wet conditions continue for Friday and through the weekend. All that coming up later after the break.
We've done many renovations. We bought an old house and have made it into an up-to-date house. Whenever anything involves plumbing, the first call I make is to Maxwell White. Their technicians put together a great final product.
Are you looking for a high-paying career without any experience? Chart Industries has the opportunity you've been waiting for. Starting wage $30 per hour, highest pay in the area, guaranteed 40 hours, and so much more. If you are making less than $60,000 and want a healthy work-life balance, apply at jobs.chartindustries.com today. That's jobs.chartindustries.com.
It's hard to believe that it's been almost 65 years since the Chilson family started selling vehicles in the Chippewa Valley.
Even though many things have changed, we have maintained the same core values and dedication to customer service.
And to celebrate our 65th anniversary, we especially priced all of our new and pre-owned vehicles and RVs with the best savings in years.
The Chilson 65th Anniversary Sale going on now. Check out all the details at chilson.com and let our family take care of your family.
For over 6 decades, Blain's Farm and Fleet's Toyland has made wishes come true for everyone. Now through Wednesday, we're celebrating with great gifts at great prices throughout the store. Like this rechargeable LED work light, just $17.99. This Nerf 2.0 double punch blaster, only $29.99. And assorted Dots home-style snacks, just $4.99 each. Plus, make your Blain's Christmas wish list on the Farm and Fleet app for a chance to win up to $1,000. Blain's Farm and Fleet's Toyland, where wishes come true for everyone.
Is your home missing the warm glow of a fireplace? You want one, but you're not sure where to start? Contact La Crosse Fireplace Company today. We'll design more than just your heat and glow fireplace. We'll help you pick the perfect stone, mantle, and hearth, making your heat and glow fireplace the focal point and cozy gathering space of your home. Stop into our showroom for inspiration or give us a call for a free in-home estimate. La Crosse Fireplace Company, Mormon Coulee Road, because your place is by the fire.
Whether it's a bathroom remodel or comprehensive plumbing services, we at Maxwell White strive to keep our neighbors safe and comfortable in their homes, offering honest, upfront pricing on every service, all backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Call Maxwell White today.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Rotary Lights announced their plans today for the 29th anniversary of their holiday lights display at La Crosse's Riverside Park. Volunteers started setting up lights in the park yesterday, which will take about 6 weeks to complete. The display will feature over 3 million lights, of course, nightly visits from Santa Claus, carriage rides, s'mores, and even a few new surprises.
We do have a few new animated displays that you'll see in the park as well. We have some live animals that will be joining our live nativity scene down in the park as well. And one of the big changes is we're expanding our entertainment in the big tent.
Those entertainment acts will include the Harp Twins, John Smith, and a few other notable acts. The display will open November 24th and run through New Year's Eve. And this event, of course, helps the Rotary Lights mission of feeding the hungry in the Coulee region. And this year, proceeds from their teddy bear sales will go toward providing meals and snacks at the Boys and Girls Club. Can't wait for it.
Yeah, it looks like a fun event. I'm gonna get a teddy bear myself.
Very nice.
Those look cute.
Embracing the La Crosse area. Love to see it. All right, we also love to see some pleasant fall weather here in the region. Let's get the latest from Chief Meteorologist Greg Barnhart.
Yeah, we definitely had one pleasant day today. Unfortunately, that won't be the case for the next 2 days, but it's not going to be terribly too bad for this time of year, too. We do have some showers coming in for tomorrow and to Thursday. Once again, won't be an all-day rain, nothing like we saw with the last system with that heavy amount of rain. It still looks sort of dry for this weekend, and then we do have a bigger storm maybe coming next Tuesday, Wednesday. Temperatures-wise, we should still see the 60s tomorrow above average, and then really it's going to be right around seasonal for Thursday all the way through the weekend, and then before that system comes next week, we're expecting to get it back into the 60s too once again. So all in all, not too bad of temperatures. Speaking of that system, we're expecting overnight just cloud cover increasing throughout the night. The first batch of showers here, that probably won't reach much of the ground as it comes through about 5 to 6 in the morning. Maybe a sprinkle out of that. Really, it's the main front that'll come through about We're looking at about 10 to 11 for La Crosse. It'll lift up towards Eau Claire, probably closer to noon to 1, and then Ladysmith and those areas up closer probably to 1 to 2. Once this main line comes through, we'll probably see a break. The low begins to dig further south. Then we see another line begins developing right near the low. That'll push up towards the area, probably around the evening commute, and then lift towards Eau Claire and Ladysmith more after 6 to 7 p.m. Once again, just light showers with this, not expecting to be all-day type rain. There'll be still plenty of breaks, but we're looking, like I said, that's the two breakdowns right now. And then overnight, we'll continue to see a few showers here and there, but pretty widely scattered throughout Wednesday night into Thursday morning. Big picture shows, here's that low. You can just track it right through southern Minnesota, then through Iowa tomorrow. And then as we go into Thursday, it's really what we can get as it rotates through the moisture in the backside of it. So as that comes south, that's where our next chance of showers comes, but that's not really until Thursday afternoon. And then going into Friday, it looks a better day, but there's another little weak system coming down that could spark a shower as we go into Friday night and Saturday. We'll keep an eye on that, but right now, Friday doesn't look awfully too bad right as we look at it. You can see southerly winds ahead of it. Here's that little system that's going to clip through the north. Once again, I think most of the moisture will stay to the north of us, but that could be a Friday night, Saturday, maybe a sprinkle far northern areas. And as we go through Saturday and Sunday, overall, it still looks dry. Winds out of the north, some cloud cover, and then we look at Monday. That's the next system as it's going to come into the picture. That'll provide more rain as we get towards closer to next Tuesday and Wednesday. For this one, maybe some areas could get up to a quarter, but a lot of areas will probably be far less than that. More of the heavier precipitation will be up to the north and to the east. Once again, not like we had with the last system, was around 1.5 to 2.5 inches. This is more, like I said, about a ½ inch at the most. Most areas further south you go, less than a quarter too. So some very light rain if we do get any of it out of the system. So overall tonight, increasing clouds really from west to east. Maybe a sprinkle as you get closer towards tomorrow morning, but overall temperatures about 10 to 15 degrees warmer just because we have more cloud cover. So we're looking at the upper 40s to mid 40s into the north. And then tomorrow, showers off and on. There could be 2 rounds of those showers once again near the noon hour and then maybe near the evening hour as showers rotate through, but still getting up into the mid 60s for most areas. A little colder up to the north, upper 60s, but this still is about average to about average. Once again, the south wind will start picking up and that will produce the showers. Overall, as we look at the forecast, it does look to continue to Thursday. And then we have drier conditions Friday, a shower or two, but I think those temperatures actually will boost right back into the 60s. And then once again, Friday night, Saturday night, maybe another shower, and then cool, generally dry conditions through the weekend. And we go until next week, and then that other system coming closer to next Tuesday, Wednesday. So all in all, it's very typical mid-October weather right now.
Yeah. Well, good news. I just unpacked my boxes, and there were 2 rain jackets in there. So
well, there you go.
We're good
Ready
to go
now.
You are prepared. Greg, thanks very much. And coming up next in sports, it's playoff time on the volleyball courts. Regionals tipping off all throughout the region tonight, plus the Northwoods League expanding in the summer. Rob's got the details next.
Don't be tricked by sales and free stuff. Better products at better prices on all your home improvements during the 2023 Fall Home Show at the Board Store Home Improvements. Don't miss it.
At Doll Auto, buy 3 tires at our everyday low price and get the 4th for free. Plus, you'll still get any manufacturer rebates. If you can find a better deal anywhere, we'll match it. But we'll be surprised if you do. Learn more at dollauto.com. Simple.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With inflation rising at record levels and incomes not keeping pace, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
Get 11% off everything at Menards and take care of all your automotive needs. From tools and accessories to maintenance and everything in between. Wiper blades? Copy that. Motor oil? Done. Trust Menards to help out with all your automotive needs. Get superior engine protection with Valvoline High Mileage Motor Oil. It's a synthetic blend to maximize engine life in vehicles over 75,000 miles. Pick up a quart for only $3.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
The service departments at the Doll Auto Group are staffed by the most experienced team in the region. Whether you're buying a used car they've inspected or driving home one they've serviced, you can trust their work for years to come. Doll Auto, simple.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
It's been in the works for a while now. Back in February, Loggers owner Dan Kapanke announced that Copeland Park could be the home to a future collegiate summer softball team. Fast forward 8 months later, that team is now officially on the way. Collegiate summer softball will make its way to La Crosse as early as next summer. The Loggers making the announcement official this afternoon. Team owner Dan Kapanke, as well as team president Chris Goodell, announcing that after 3 decades of baseball players getting the chance to hone their skills in the summer, the Northwoods League is now giving that shot to softball players.
As it has been for 30 years, we just celebrated the 30th anniversary of the Northwoods League, is really a league of opportunity. It always has been. It's been a league for players and coaches and umpires and so many people, and now it's going to expand on those opportunities to include women's collegiate players who can now come and groom their games and train for Olympic or professional careers down the road as well, and we get to be a part of that, and that's pretty exciting.
So here's what we know so far. La Crosse is the first location to officially announce a Northwoods League softball team. Other teams are expected to make those announcements in the upcoming months. As for how the team will be constructed, rosters will consist of approximately 16 to 20 players per squad. The La Crosse team will in fact play at the Lumberyard. It'll be a 40-game season. 20 of those games will be played at Copeland Park, and the season will run from mid-June until early August. As for the team name, well, that's up to us. We all have a chance to give our suggestions. You can do that at laxsoftball.com. Shifting gears to the volleyball court, it's playoff time for the ladies. Regionals begin tonight all throughout the Coulee region. In D2, 5th seed Logan gets a home game. Rangers will host Mauston tonight. And second-seeded West Salem, also in D2, they want to get back to the state tournament. Panthers begin their playoff run at home against Black River Falls. In Division III, Aquinas is the 2 seed. Blue Golds are at home. They'll be hosting Melrose Mindoro. And how about this? 2 conference rivals going at it in the first round. Westby playing host to Luther. All goes down tonight. I am kind of just waiting for my teammates to join me here so we don't look silly. Well, going back to the Loggers announcement, Goodell says that there are about 40 to 50 leagues, summer leagues for baseball, and virtually none for softball. So this is kind of the first
This
of
is
its
exciting.
kind.
I love that they're bringing the women onto into
Absolutely.
this opportunity.
We'll get the best of the Power 5
will.
conferences for these teams, too.
And you said, what was the name that's up in the air?
We don't know yet.
Oh.
It's
all up to the people.
What'd you guys say? Lady Lumbermen?
Lumberjanes, maybe?
I love that.
Or Lagunitas?
There we go.
Isn't that a beer?
More to come.
We'll get creative for sure. Thanks, Rob. We will be right back after this.
See the stories you missed or watch them again on our YouTube page. Or find us at news8000.com.
This week's Hy-Vee hot deals are Hy-Vee canned corn or green beans, just 49 cents. Campbell's Chunky or Well Yes soup, just $1.77. And Hy-Vee Choice Reserve Top Round Roast, $2.99 a pound. Only at Hy-Vee.
Hello? Yeah, this is Russell Nicolay. Yeah, bald head, sunglasses, you got it. Yeah. Billboards, baby.
Whoa, 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 man. Hey, if they want the real Nicolay, they should get the real Nicolay. Thank you. Russell Nicolay here. Yeah, we can help.
In a world full of choices, make sure you get the real Nicolay.
Fake beard, really, man?
Well, come on, it's like looking in a mirror, isn't it?
I don't know about that.
Ready to transform your space? Or perhaps your favorite room just needs a few updates? Let our design consultants help you discover the possibilities to update your home. We take the time to discuss your space, your needs, and your budget. Coulee Carpet will help you every step of the way, from start to finish, with design professionals and expert installation to meet all your expectations. Let our dedicated team help you achieve your dream space. Visit us at Coulee Carpet Center on Mormon Coulee Road in La Crosse.
Introducing Hy-Vee Perks prices. Chicken leg quarters, 10-pound bag, H Perks price, 69 cents a pound. Bananas, H Perks price, 39 cents a pound. And Hy-Vee pasta, H Perks price, 88 cents. Make the switch or sign up today. It's free and easy.
Well, unfortunately, we are all out of time, but thank you so much for joining us at 6.
We'll see you at 10.